Sonic the Hedgehog. One of the biggest names in gaming history and once considered to be equal and maybe even greater than Mario. Sonic has definitely had an eclectic history. The series has had its good games, its bad games, and even its absolute abomination to all games. No matter what's happened in Sonic's past, just about everyone will agree that the original Sonic the Hedgehog games on the Genesis are considered the best Sonic games of all time. And you know, when the 3D era hit, Sonic did a really good job, took the 3D realm by fire with the Adventure series. Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 are considered classics of their era. But you know, I swore they would have released other titles along with them. I mean, why would you just make the Adventure series? Oh right! The Sonic Advance series! Almost completely forgotten, Sonic Advance and its sequels was Sega's way of keeping Sonic at its roots. I still can't totally understand why these games have gone without much mention. I mean, these games are practically better throwbacks than Sonic the Hedgehog 4. Sega's been trying to bring back classic Sonic as of late. Why don't they just, I don't know, look back at what they did here? Through its understanding of the 2D Sonic gameplay, the mechanics of having multiple characters, and their subtle additions to Advance, the series, Sonic Advance holds up as a throwback to playing the classic Sonic games we know and love. I give you my review of the Sonic Advance series. Little known fact, I was actually a Genesis kid when I was growing up. I mean, I was born into a house with a Sega Genesis, and the one game that I played constantly was the good old classic Sonic the Hedgehog. Something about this game was just groundbreaking. I mean, literally groundbreaking. What made Sonic so game-defining was its level designs. There were ramps, there were loops, there were quarter pipes, and less specifically, slopes in general, all of which pushed the way physics could be put into a platforming game. Where Mario can gain momentum when he runs so that he can't stop on a dime, Sonic has that, and he's affected by the slopes and the ramps that he runs into. It gives platforming a new splash of dimension. You weren't bounded by your jump marks, but rather speed played a part in where you could go. Running full speed into a quarter pipe? Whee! Even the way you handled enemies was drastically different than Mario or any other platformer at the time. It wasn't just jumping on enemies or having a gun or some sort of weapon. You had this ball mode that killed everything except things with spikes or had a shield or something. It actually gave the combat some sort of depth, and for the era and the platforming genre, that's something different. From the moment Sonic the Hedgehog was released, it cemented itself as an instant classic. The sequels did nothing but improve on the gameplay, adding the spin dash, smoother controls, and other cool gimmicks that made each game feel special in their own way. The first Sonic Advance game brought back everything we loved about the original Sonic games, and didn't stray too far at the risk of losing that iconic game feel. Sonic feels fast, the levels are designed for speed, and all the crazy obstacles to keep you on your toes are around for interesting level mechanics. The control is pretty spot on too, smooth and concise, just like how I remember it. Sonic Advance definitely hit the nail on the head for level designs. They weren't too straightforward, having multiple paths, and they had a nice mix of speed sections and technical sections. Admittedly, it's not at the same level as the originals. You have moments like this where, okay, so there's the slope here, and because it's sloping down, I feel like that it kind of implies that that is a valid direction of travel, and you can go somewhere if you go down. But no, it's a pit of death, and because it's a pit of death, it throws me off every time. If the platform is the direction you're supposed to go, straight cutoff works fine. Every time I die to this, I feel that it's just really cheap and could have been fixed really easily. Then again, maybe I'm nitpicking. Come Sonic Advance 2, the levels got really linear, and I feel like you just sort of end up at the end of a stage after running fast for a few minutes. Sonic Advance 3, well, it's just, I can't describe how badly they designed the levels. They're slow, they're even more cheap, they're just, All the Sonic Advance games kind of had those moments where you would go flying off a spring right into an enemy or something, but Sonic Advance 3, the entire game is a moment like that. Despite the nitpicky level design, each game attempted to bring back that classic Sonic feel, and by God did they do an exceptional job, even by today's standards. One of the coolest things that Sonic introduced way back in Sonic 3 and Knuckles was the ability to play as multiple characters. Well, let's just see how the Sonic Advance series took this idea. Now, you know, I love Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I mean, just something about it just perfected the Sonic series, and I feel that a lot of it can be attributed to the ability to pick your own character. It's one thing to create a world with interesting characters, but to create interesting and playable characters is another thing. They aren't just reskins. No, that was just Tails and Sonic 2. They all played their own way. Sonic is the fast guy, and in reality, he's sort of the vanilla character. Nothing special about him. He jumps, he runs, bam! Sonic the Hedgehog. You got Tails, the one who can fly. I also like to call him Easy Mode. And Knuckles, he's the one who's so badass he deserves to have his own game. But we'll talk about that in another video. He can glide and he can climb walls, and can even punch! With 3 characters, it's cool to see how Sega could create worlds that accommodated all their skills. The Sonic Advance series did their absolute best to bring back this iconic game design. In Sonic Advance 1, they did a phenomenal job, where Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles all have their signature abilities that made them the way they are. Even Sonic got a new skill to make him a little more interesting. While double tapping forward while jumping, Sonic will break out of his ball form and sort of get this aerial dash, and it actually has its uses. Also, every character has a little extra close range attack. It's okay, Sonic Team. We didn't need it anyways, but you tried. Oh right. In Sonic Advance, they decided to bring in some more playable characters. Well, that's pretty awesome. I mean, let's just... Amy Rose? Amy, why? Amy, why? Okay, you know what? I totally understand that Amy is a big character in the Sonic universe. And you know, if she had similar gameplay to Sonic and the others, she'd be fine. But no, they screwed it up. Amy is slow. Amy doesn't even spin when she jumps, making her completely vulnerable to everything in the air. Oh, but don't worry, she has a hammer. That ruins the feeling of a Sonic game. Okay, I get it. Swinging the hammer was her thing. They added it in the Adventure series, fine. But I mean, when it makes you stop dead in your tracks. Great. Look at Sonic Adventure 1. They got her gameplay spot on, I guess. I mean, just that hammer flippy thing. It was very useful and it keeps your momentum. But admittedly, you actually start to like her since she makes one of the hardest bosses in the game exceedingly easy, and also using her aerial hammer attack feels oddly satisfying to use. Yes, you have to work with a different hitbox, but hey, it's actually kind of cool. She's still a useless character and slow, but hey, it actually gets kind of bearable. Come Sonic Advance 2, they added Cream the Rabbit. Similar to Tails, I don't get how she flies, but okay, I guess it's cool. They even brought in Sonic's homing attack, but it's not like the adventure games. It's hard to input, and it's not even worth using, honestly. In Sonic Advance 3, they brought back the good old team of Sonic and Tails, but you can do it with anybody. And it's cool to see Sonic and Knuckles on a team and stuff. Downside to it, though? It sucks. Depending on your partner, it'll actually affect how you play. Apparently, Knuckles can't glide while having Sonic as his partner. Yay! The headbutt. It's just not the same. It's a cool concept overall, but poorly executed. Overall, the idea of having multiple characters was a cool addition for the 2D gameplay. It was really cool in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and considering the way the Adventure series was going, playing as multiple characters, it was cool to see how they adapted it into 2D gameplay. If you want to see how these games hold up as actual 2D Sonic games, we gotta look into what they added and what they really changed to spice up the series. You can't just make any sort of reboot or homage without at least trying to add something new. Otherwise, you should just play the originals anyway. The Advanced series tried its best to create some new mechanics to make the games feel advanced. Considering these games were released alongside the Sonic Adventure games, it's nice to see them mix in the new artwork into the 2D sprites. And what's really nice is seeing Sonic have a defined design that they're going to stick to from here on, and they have. I mean, Lord knows Mario didn't really stick to his original design until about this time in his life either. Other than the new artwork and designs, each game added their own touches to spice themselves up from the others. Sonic Advance 1 was admittedly the least revolutionary, but that's fine. New levels and the portable experience were all we really wanted in a new Sonic game. It does, however, have the Chow Garden. Yay! I mean, if you want to have a Chow in here and send it to and from your GameCube Adventure 2 Chow Garden, yay! But hey, they've done added one thing that's just awesome. 2 words. Mecha-Knuckles. Oh yeah, Mecha-Knuckles, baby. Throw me back to that hidden palace, rocking that nostalgia without being obvious. Oh damn, Mecha Missiles. If that doesn't say I like Mecha-Knuckles, I do. I think he's cool. Sonic Advance 2 threw the Chow Garden out the window and stuck to having a cool level select screen, similar to Sonic Adventure 2. Yippee! Gameplay-wise, Sonic Advance 2 also added the neat concept of running boss fights. They're actually pretty fun, worth playing through the levels for. They're actually pretty difficult, and they can punish you for simple mistakes. It also makes Sonic's air dash even more useful since you can't spin dash during these. They even add a nice incentive to beat them since they'll dangle the next character you unlock right in front of you. I'm coming for you, Tails! Sonic Advance 3 ripped off Kirby's Adventure, with a hub world just like it. You have to enter these level rings, there are even side missions. Why? Sonic Advance 3 tried so hard to be different that it literally screwed itself. They tried all these weird mechanics with the lost chows in each world, the stages are really confusing, and I've already mentioned the lost potential from the 2-character thing. Oh look! Eggman's got a new friend! It's Emerald from Sonic Battle. Dude, why would you show up in a game that's worse than your own? I trusted you. Also, the second stage in this game, a literal rip-off of Green Hill Zone, music and all. A homage is one thing, I mean Sonic Advance 1 did it fine with its first stage, Neo Green Hill Zone. It sounds futuristic, but this just made me weep. The new additions were hit and miss overall for the series, but you know what? I'd still say that these games hold up better than some of the recent throwback Sonic titles. To rate all these games separately, I give Sonic Advance 1 my KJ rating of own. Because, honestly, this game is a lot more fun than I give it credit for, and it should be owned by a lot of you Sonic fans out there. Yeah, it's not as great as the older games, but it still holds up well as a Sonic game. It may as well be the real Sonic 4. I give Sonic Advance 2 my KJ rating of play. It's honestly not that enriching of an experience, but they added some cool things that definitely make it worth checking out. It's still fast-paced, the stages are still pretty fun, and the boss fights were actually enthralling. It just doesn't grab you as well as Sonic Advance does, and for that, I had to rate it lower. And finally, I give Sonic Advance 3 my KJ rating of shrug. It honestly just lacks so much compared to the others, and the only reason it's not trash is because the mechanics are really interesting and leave just a little bit of room to not be total garbage. All in all, the Sonic Advance series, I feel, pays better homage to the original Sonic games than some of the games they've been putting out today, and they actually feel like true Sonic games. Sonic Generations and Sonic 4 tried their best, and Sonic Generations isn't that bad, but they were built to be like the originals, without actually creating anything original. I mean, just give me that classic Sonic spin dash and game feel, and you can make the game however you want. It'll feel like a true Sonic game, not relying on your past to keep you going. And with that, I'll see you on the next KevinJ review. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching my Sonic Advance review, and if you really liked it, it helps me out if you click that like button. I mean, you sat through the video, you got all the way to this point. I mean, the like button's the least, it's nice if you click on it. I mean, it'd be cool. And hey, if you want to see more, you can always hit that subscribe button. And right after I'm done talking, there's going to be a question right here. You can answer it and leave that as a comment down below. And if you want to see one of my older reviews, you got a link. I did this wrong last week. I pointed the wrong side and I had to flip myself. Which side would it be? Would it be this side? Oh, jeez. I always forget. Somewhere up top, in the top right, it's going to be the top right corner of the screen. Okay, I guess it'd be this side, because that would be your right. Yeah, up there. Up there is one of my last reviews, and right down there is my Let's Plays that I do. If you want to check them out, annotations there on the screen, because that's what annotations are good for. I'm out!